Hello, 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 and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Five Dimensional Wellness. My name is Jillian. I am an intuitive, a multidimensional coach, and I am here to talk about the full moon. So today we have the full moon in Capricorn, and more than anything, am really just talking about what you can do to really harness the energy of the full moon right now. And then I wanted to talk a little bit about Mercury retrograde, which is coming up on July 17th. So just pulling it all together, I've got my cards here, so I'll be sure to pull a couple of those just to tap into the energy. My channel is open and I am so excited to be sharing this. Honestly, full moon practices have been such a huge part of my journey that I just love sharing about them. And I'm working with a couple of different places to start offering full moon energy healing sessions in Houston. So that's really exciting. And it's always really cool to see a group come together. But that's enough about that. Let's dive into it. So, what is a full moon? A full moon is when the moon is as big and bright. You can see the entire moon. And energetically, generally around full moon, you are releasing anything that no longer serves with you. And, you can even look at it in a point of view like, okay, these are my goals, or these are what I want to manifest over the next 6 months. So, what can I release that is not supportive of that? And ultimately, like connecting in with yourself and really being honest with yourself is a huge part of it because you need to make sure that you're not hiding truth from yourself because sometimes we do that, right? Maybe we're attached to something and we don't want to let it go, but really allowing yourself to go in from a place of detachment is a great way to see what falls away and then just what doesn't make sense anymore. So, with that being said, let's talk about some full moon ritual practices you can do. We'll start with some basics, and that is putting your crystals out under the full moon. Why, you ask? Because everything has energy and its own energetic vibration. And crystals actually absorb a lot of our energy or what's going on energetically within our own homes and within the animals, within the people. So, any emotions that are coming through, sometimes the crystals kind of absorb these. And so, it's really good to put them outside or to cleanse them in different ways. And putting them under a full moon is a great way for them to get cleansed and then also to reactivate their power and just enhance their power. So that's something I'll definitely be doing tonight with all of my crystals. I try and do that as much as I can. But outside of that, you can also charge some moon water. It's just water, regular water you put outside and you charge it under the full moon. And so what you can do, water is really porous, I would say. It absorbs intention really well. If you ever really want to like enhance your manifestations or if you want to enhance, physical healing, you can whisper to your water or speak onto your water like what your goals are or what your desires are. And then outside of that, you can even before you like get in the shower, you can use water to help cleanse your energetic and your physical body. And water is really powerful. So allowing, like setting an intention, putting the water under the full moon, and then generally you don't drink it, but what you can do is you can bathe in it, or you can create like a simmer pot with it. And with simmer pots, you're adding in different elements as well, like one for abundance that's really great is getting cranberries, cinnamon, orange, and boiling that moon water. And then it's spreading that energy throughout your home. So setting these intentions and then allowing it to really like flow through your entire home and aligning everything with it is going to be a huge way to harness the full moon energy. So another thing with water, I mentioned showering but like with the moon water as well, or just if you don't have the moon water and you just want to set an intention before getting into the bath, or getting into the shower and setting the intention that I am cleansing any cords, I'm cleansing any energies that are stuck in my energetic body that are no longer resonant with me or that are not resonant with who I am becoming, and getting into the shower and really allowing the water to wash over you and just closing your eyes and seeing your energetic body getting fully cleansed. Love a good intentional cleansing shower. Okay, so some other things you can do are we can go back with the elements since we're already kind of here with the water energy, is you can write down what you want to release, whether it's something that you already know or a pattern that you're tired of and you know you're stuck in. You can really harness this energy and write down what you're wanting to release and then burn it. So you're going to use the fire element. Fire is very transmuting. I'll do separate videos on each element and how you can harness each one, but you can just burn it and allow it to fully, you know, wash that pattern away that you don't want anymore. Um, Another way we can use fire is in cutting cords. So I didn't give an example ahead of time, but what you can do is you can draw two stick figures on a piece of paper. And then you're going to write the names of whoever your like accords are attached to. So you'd put your name under one, and then the other person's under another one. And then you're going to draw a line between their foreheads, their throats, their hearts, and their sacral. So here's the example. Here we go. Okay, cool. So we've got this, right? And then because we're cutting cords, you're going to say out loud, I am removing any cords from this person. I'm removing any and all cords that have been placed on me that I do not approve, and so you literally just rip the paper, so the cords cut in half, and then you will take a lighter and just light it on fire. I'm not going to do that right now because I don't have a bowl to put it in, but be careful when it comes to fire. But same with like your intention. So even if it's like you're working on your lack mindset, you can put lack mindset, no more, right? So we've got our lack mindset here on a piece of paper, and then you just burn it. And that's transmuting that energy and helping you release it. Um, Another thing you can do is ask your guides or angels to clear what doesn't align with what you're manifesting or with the goals that you're trying to align with. That way they can come in and you're giving them that permission to help. So I'll do another video on guides, so just hang in there. But I definitely think that asking them and giving them permission to step in is super helpful whenever sometimes we feel like, oh my gosh, it's all on me. But like in reality, they're always around us and they want to help. So keeping that in mind. But also the last thing I would say, like setting intentions before you go to sleep. I always have very intense dreams without setting intentions around full moons. They just start showing me things. But even setting the intention of like, I want to remember my dreams when I wake up, even if it's just for 5 or 10 minutes, that way you're able to wake up, journal about them, and then you can always go back. Going back and looking at old dream journals is always so interesting because it's like, oh, that's what I was going through then, and now it makes sense. But and it helps you like learn the language of how your guides are communicating with your dreams. But like I said, you can set the intention of, I would like to remember my dreams when I wake up. Also, please show me anything that I need to know in order to align with what I'm manifesting. Or, please send me clear dreams so I can understand them. Because sometimes in the dream world, things can be very metaphorical and not so direct and hard to kind of like sort through. So just remembering that and utilizing that for yourself. But those are some things that I would do around a full moon. I'm going to do tonight. The last one is pull oracle cards. So I've got my cards here, and let's pull a couple and just get the theme of what the full moon is for the collective and allow that energy. Oh, that one just came on out. So they said definitely, that's be gentle with yourself. So keep that in mind. There's a lot happening right now with the energy. with the energy, with the planets shifting, but also with, a lot of tragic things that have happened in like in the planet, in our world, in the human world. Specifically like recently with the floods in Kerr County in Texas. That one was really emotional for me, and I live in Texas, so the energy has been really heavy. So I think that's just the reminder of like, even if you're trying to go for something, but like your energy isn't as high as it normally would be, like, remember there's a lot happening. There's a lot happening, and we just sometimes need to allow ourselves to feel it and just you know, really give ourselves that space to be in it, without forcing it out. Because sometimes, like, the feelings just want to be felt. And again, I'll do a video on feelings too soon. I'm an empath. And so that's something that definitely comes through for me a lot. So, I did two cards. Do you want to do one more? Okay. They said yes. Let's see if they'll give us one. The second card I pulled is open your heart. So keeping your heart open is so important. Whether you're releasing something or whether you are trying to manifest something, like if your heart's closed off, you're already blocking yourself from that clear flow of your own energy. Whether you want to talk about it from a chakra point of view or even just the way, like, imagine if your physical heart isn't working properly, right? If that's not working properly, then there's so many other things that aren't going to work properly. So if we're blocking our own heart, sometimes that keeps things from finding us. It keeps things from moving through as easy. So just remember, open heart. And all right, they gave us two more cards even. They said we want both of them. So, also with this full moon energy, we have new experiences and possibilities. Oh, we're just not gonna do that. New experiences and possibilities. So, what new experiences have you been feeling called to? And, even today, I'm making buns. I'm making hamburger buns for the first time in my life. Fingers crossed they work out, but if not, like, it is what it is. But that's something I've never done. So new experiences and possibilities. And they want me to like remind you that whenever you try something new, you're changing the energy that you're in. It's also opening doors for you because it's like, I'm open to anything, right? I'm open to new things. I'm open to the possibilities of what could happen. Because sometimes when we're like, I just like this, that's it. And you're not willing to try anything new, then it's like you're just stuck in that frequency. And so to move that stuckness, trying new things, with new things, or like instruments, or trying new workouts, like getting curious. And I think that like the getting curious has been coming up a lot for me with like connecting to self and things like that as well. So keeping that in mind. Last one I pulled is trust your own understanding. So, in trusting your own understanding, like, I feel like this goes back to the intuition and like connecting with yourself and listening to those intuitive nudges because you already know the answers. Like, you don't need to ask five people or five of the people that are closest to you, like, hey, do you think this is a good idea? Like, just go with it. Go with what you feel like is right for you and be open to new possibilities and new experiences. Even if that's not usually something you would do, let it be uncomfortable and just do it and see what happens and see what shifts because you shifted that energy. So, open heart, new experiences and possibilities. Be gentle with yourself. And even with the trust your own understanding card, like in being gentle with yourself, like when your intuition comes up, try not to judge it too much and try not to allow your ego to like talk you out of it. Just be gentle, allow yourself to, even if it's making small steps towards that direction of what your intuition's wanting you to do or calling you to do, just be open, and be gentle with yourself, hold yourself, allow yourself to feel the emotions that are coming through. If you feel like it's too much, try new ways of moving the energy. But that is it for the Capricorn full moon today on July 10th and the intuitive messages that came through, and also some ways that you can harness the new moon. or full moon. Some ways you can harness the energy of the full moon to just take your own healing journey and spiritual journey to the next level. Thanks for coming to my pep talk, and I'll see you next time.